that one bit. So, but thank you anyways, appreciate it. I was actually getting ready to come out here and to perform for you lovely people, and I took a really good long look in the mirror, and I have a full beard, I dress horribly, and I always wear a baseball cap. I always usually wear plaid. I could not look more like a wife beater. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely nuts. I look like the guy that you see on every episode of Cops when the guys break into their trailer, and you don't even want to know why they're there. You just, like, haul his ass in. Like, that's the end of it. You don't even want to know why they're there, and then you are stunned to find out that he's actually the victim of a crime. Right? That's what I look like. That's what I hope for when I get up in the morning. It's ridiculous. But no, I actually talked to my parents last week. Anyone else like talking to their parents? 2 people. That's why I would think would be right for this crowd. No, I actually talked to my parents, and what's really funny is that I never know what's going to come next. My mom says, "Well, guess what your dad bought me?" I hate playing that game because my parents are hillbillies with money, and they do stuff like one time. She asked me to play this game, and the correct answer was a tractor and a storage unit. And not even like a good storage unit to go put her stuff in. No, it was a storage unit that they went and auctioned and got for them. And they thought they were like, we're going to be storage hunters like you see on TV. They paid $80 for 2 sets of folding chairs. It was pretty entertaining, and a box of Christmas lights. I laughed, but they're like, we followed our dream. I said, hey, congratulations. So she goes, well, guess what your dad bought me? I said, I don't want to play this game. This game's horrible. She goes, he bought me a saddle, which has a lot more questions than answers because my parents don't own a horse. And it took a lot of drinking to get me to sleep that night. I have a problem. Yeah, anyways. No laughing. Come on. Guy in plaid says he has an alcohol problem like you didn't guess it off the bat. Shame on you. But no, it's fun. I've been dating recently. Anybody else been dating? Yes. I've actually been using plentyoffish.com because I'm a retard. And what's really interesting is I use this site and I think it's going to help, and it never does. I've been getting a lot of messages sent from women from Dubuque, Iowa. So I'm like, man, I must be better than every guy in Dubuque, Iowa. Let's go out there and meet these women. So I did. And after meeting these women, spending time with these women, I realized I'm not better than every guy in Dubuque, Iowa. It's just that every guy in Dubuque, Iowa said, pass. Good job, you passed them on to a different state 5 counties over, and I'm an idiot that drove 2.5 hours. Awesome. Yeah, woo, Marcos claps, that's great. But no, going back to my parents because I forgot a joke there. I was actually looking for a place to live, and I brought this up to my parents, and they said, well, you can move in to your old room. I said, I haven't lived with you since I was 14. This isn't going to work. And they said, well, that's all right. You can live out in the garage. The garage is about 30 feet from the house with no running water, no toilet, no nothing. And they said, well, anytime you got to use the bathroom, you can just come up to the house. Oh, I can walk 30 feet. That sounds great in the 1880s. I'm good. They said, well, you know what? We're actually thinking about getting a horse. You can live above a horse barn. Oh, no, that's 60 feet from the house, and there's no heat in that one, and no running water, and I can smell like horse crap every time I go in and sell a car because I work as a car salesman. This seems perfect. Thank you. And then, in the same breath, my parents had the same audacity to tell me, well, the dog stepped into something the other day, and we had to give her a bath in the whirlpool. Oh, so the damn dog gets a jacuzzi, and your son gets to live with a horse that you don't have, but you have a saddle for. Perfect. My parents love me as much as China loves SARS, is what I'm trying to say. So that's fantastic. Did you see that in Chicago now, they're trying to ban energy drinks, right? Did you guys hear about this? Huh? Yeah. They're trying to do this, and the person that brought this up was an alderman. When did you ever hear of an alderman making news? It doesn't happen very often. How many people in here even know what an alderman is? Exactly. All right. But what's funny is that this has captivated the nation, at least around Illinois. I went earlier. I chew Copenhagen. I shouldn't, but I do. And I went and picked some up this morning, and lo and behold, there's a guy that's checking out the can of Monster. Guy behind him says, "You shouldn't drink that stuff. Stuff ruins your brain. Stuff, it's horrible for your health." It just gives all this crap about how it should be outlawed everywhere. And then the guy goes, "All right, I want 4 packs of smokes." And I sat there laughing and yelling, "I'm surrounded by dumb people. This is awesome." And so everybody got mad at me. And I went up there and I asked for my Copenhagen. And the woman says, "You know that energy drinks are a big health issue." I said, "Ma'am, I'm buying something that says it's going to give me cancer on it. How well do you think that you're going to swing me to your side?" She said, "Your total is whatever I paid," and I left. But it's just amazing how dumb people can be. Like, oh, somewhere between the assault rifles and the war in Afghanistan or Iraq or wherever we're at now, we have death to Monster. I don't understand this. This is crazy. No longer understand this world. Well, before I do get off stage, I have one more joke for you. It's actually not really a joke. Actually, 2 more jokes. Sorry, I'm kind of off base tonight. The first one is I actually did find a new place to live. I moved in with my friend and his girlfriend, which is awesome because I have never really lived with a woman I haven't been related to, so I get to observe women in their natural habitat, which is nuts because I got to observe my friend's fiance watch Teen Mom for the first time, and it was nuts because all of a sudden she's crying. I said, "Why are you crying?" She goes, "There's a dead dog." I said, "You mean to tell me that you're crying over a dead dog on Teen Mom on music television?" She goes, "Yeah." I said, "None of that makes sense." That's perfect. All right. And then she calls the dog to lay with her because we do have a dog. We have a full-grown boxer, and this woman is 4'10". She tells the dog to relax with her on the couch because she's so sad because of this dog dying on TV. And then she proceeds to hug the dog in what I can visually see is an MMA legal chokehold. And the dog's freaking out. And I said, "I'm going to bed." And upon going to bed, I look over and I see my friend. He goes, "Hey, where's my fiance?" I said, "Hey, I don't know, but Sarah McLaughlin's on the couch trying to raise money for ASPCA." So, I'm going to bed. But no, the joke I was going to tell you earlier, 5 minutes ago. I was leaving work yesterday, and I was about a mile out. I saw a car rolled over, so I stopped. I helped. There's a huge car crash. I'm second on scene, and I'm sitting there, and I'm standing there talking and trying to make sure everybody's okay. And then it looks like I'm very nice, I'm very caring, but what I'm doing is I'm marketing myself. I'm very careful about this. I market myself. And when the cops come, we takes all of our statements and everything. I said, "I wasn't involved, I'm just an innocent bystander." He goes, "That's great, you're awesome." I said, "I know." And I pull out one of my business cards, because like I said, I sell cars. I said, "When this man wakes up from his coma, tell him that I work at Broadhead Chevrolet and I can give him a great car deal." Because I know he's going to need it. Thank you very much. That's my time. Hey, you guys have a good night.